1, 2, 3, let's go!
Hi everyone, it's Nora. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I am so excited for today's video because during the last weeks I've bought so many super exciting books that I've been wanting to read for such a long time. I went on a huge book shopping spree. I bought so many books, but what else are you gonna do when you're bored at home in quarantine? The only good solution is to buy some interesting books to read during all this time at home. I don't think I bought this many books at once ever in my life, and they were not cheap. Yeah, well, I spent all my money on books. So enough of this chit chat, let's just get right into the book haul. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. So let's get right on to the video. Starting with the ones that I'm most excited about. First up is Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. I have been wanting to read this book for so long, but I've never been able to find it at the bookstore. But I eventually found it and I'm so happy. This is an extra book in the Throne of Glass series. This book basically follows Cole and Nestrin on their mission to the southern continent, and I have been wanting to read this book for such a long time. It just sounds so amazing, and I'm always up for another extra book to delve even deeper into the Throne of Glass world and the characters, because I just love that series so much and I'm so excited to read this book. So for the next book I have here, this is Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare. This is the last book in the Dark Artifices. Oh my god. This is the last book in the Dark Artifices. This is the last book in the Dark Artifices series. This is the last book in the Dark Artifices trilogy by Cassandra Clare. I am so excited to start reading this book. I'm currently halfway through it and it is so amazing. The Dark Artifices is probably one of my favorite series Cassandra Clare has created in the whole Shadowhunter world. I just love the characters, I love the plot, I just love this series so much, and I can't wait to finish this book because it's currently so exciting. Here I have The Tall by Neal Shusterman. This is the last book in the Scythe trilogy and I am so excited to read this book to see how everything ends, because the second book, The Thunderhead, just ended with such a big cliffhanger that has just made me want to read this book ever since. So since this is the last book in a series, I'm not gonna spoil anything that happens in it, but the Scythe series is basically a dystopian trilogy in future America where humankind has basically conquered everything. Humankind is basically superior and now they are immortal. It is just the superior world. But then there are these people called Scythes and their job is to kill people to keep the population down, and in the series we follow Rowan and Citra, who are Scythe apprentices, and we follow them on their mission to becoming Scythes and everything that follows. It is such a great series and one I highly recommend you reading for some super exciting dystopian content. So the next book I have here is The Way of Kings by Sanderson. This is the first book in the Stormlight Archive, and this is a series I've been wanting to read for so long, as well as all the other books basically, but this just sounds so fascinating and I've heard so much great about Sanderson's novels, so I'm so excited to start reading this book. And by the way, this book is so tiny and the pages are like Bible thin, so that made me kind of unmotivated to start reading this book, but from hearing what this book is about, it just sounds so fascinating, so I'm so excited to start reading this book. The next book here I have is also a follow-up in a series. This is The Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tomi, and this is the second book in the Children of Blood and Bone series. I don't know how many books this series will be. Ever since I finished the first book in this series, I've been waiting for this book because the ending in the first book was just so good, but this book just got out, so I'm so excited to have this in my possession because I just love this plot and the characters so much, so I am very excited to start reading this book. The next book I have here is probably, or it is the book that I've been most excited to get and start reading out of all of these books, and I am just I'm so happy to finally have this book in my possession. I've been waiting for this book to get published for such a long time, and Sarah J. Maas finally published it now in March, and I couldn't be more happy. Sarah J. Maas is my favorite author and I just love all of her books. This book probably as well. This is The House of Earth and Blood in Sarah J. Maas's completely new series, Crecent City. And as soon as I heard that Sarah J. Maas was going to write a new series in the whole Hey universe, I got so excited. I just love that whole universe she has created with fays and immortals and warriors. I love the way she writes. I love the characters she creates and just the way she builds the worlds and the setting. It's just so amazing to read, and I'm so excited to read this book. And by the way, this book is also so pretty. I am in love with the cover of it. The next book I have here is The Sky is Everywhere by Jandy Nelson. Ever since I read the I'll Give You the Sun book, also by Jandy Nelson, I've been in love with her writing style because she just makes such beautiful stories. So I had to pick up this book. From what I've understood about what this book is about, we basically follow this girl named Lenny, and after her sister's sudden death, she meets these two very different guys, but she feels a very strong connection to both of them. So she feels very torn between them, and I guess we just follow her journey, these relationships. It just sounds so beautiful. The next book I have here is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. This is the first book in the Lunar Chronicles, and this, as well as all the other books I have bought, is the book that I've been wanting to read for such a long time. I've heard so much great about the Lunar Chronicles, and when I hear about a new dystopian series with supernatural beings, I just can't resist, so I had to get this book. The story apparently takes place in a world where humans and androids live together, and that just sounds so fascinating, so I'm so excited to read this book. The next book I picked up is Cruel Prince by Holly Black. This is the first book in a trilogy, I believe. Yeah, it is. When I saw this book at the bookstore and I picked it up and read what it was about, and I read The Treacherous High Court of Fairy, I was instantly sold. If there's a book about fairies and fae and princess, I just instantly knew that I was gonna get this book, and no one could say otherwise, so I can't wait to start reading it. So on to the last book I have here in this book haul. This is A Winter's Promise by Christelle, Dabos, and this is the first book in the series The Mirror Visitor. I've heard so much great things about this book as well, and it just sounds so beautiful and fascinating, so I had to pick it up. I don't know exactly the whole plot and what this book is exactly about, but we basically follow this girl named Ophelia, and she has some kind of powers. This book sounds so amazing and I can't wait to start reading it. I also love the cover of this book. The design is so pretty. That was all the books that I bought. As I said, I went on quite the shopping spree and ended up with 10 books, but at least then I have a lot to read in this quarantine self-isolation time we're in. And as I've said thousands of times this video, I'm just so excited to start reading all of these books that I bought. They all seem so fascinating, and I'm so excited to delve deeper into the plots and the characters. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are new. And for my fellow book readers out there, make sure to follow me on Goodreads, just at norawang. There I post updates on all the books I'm reading, what I thought about them, and all the books that I want to read. So make sure to follow me there if you want some great book recommendations. So with that marks the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!